All right, welcome back to the League of Dominance. Second game tonight. It's the 95 Indians at the 84 Tigers. Both teams undefeated. Cleveland 1-0, Detroit 2-0. Hello, Silver. Hello, Mike McAllister. Thank you for joining me. Take a look at the starting lineups. We'll get right into it. For Cleveland, Kenny Lofton in center, Vizquel at short, Baerga at second, Albert Bell in left, Eddie Murray DH, Jim Thome at third, Manny Ramirez in right, Paul Sorrento at first, Sandy Alomar catching. On the mound is going to be Oral Hershiser for Detroit. Leading off, Lou Whitaker playing second. Alan Trammell at short, Kirk Gibson in right, Lance Parrish at catcher. By the way, he's leading just about every offensive category in the league so far. Darrell Evans, DH, Dave Bergman at first, Chet Lemon in center, Larry Herndon in left, and Howard Johnson at third base. On the mound is going to be Milt Wilcox for Detroit. Mike McAllister, we did not have a game last night with Earl. With Tenacious Strat. No, we didn't play. Excuse me. We're going to be starting up another series probably after the first, sometime after the first of the year. It's probably going to be the, what were we talking about, the 2008 Phillies and 2008 Angels. That's what we were looking at. So, but here we go. Kenny Lofton stepping in. Milt Wilcox, both teams are, well, Cleveland's fielding 2, Detroit's fielding 1. Wilcox a grade C pitcher. And Kenny Lofton leads off with a single. Single up the middle for Lofton, and he is a beast stealer. Let's see, Wilcox has a 0, moved to first. Let's see, B Steeler. Tied or ahead by any? Okay, so well, Wilcox is a 0, and Lance Parrish is throwing apparently is a 0 because they didn't put it down. I consider that a 0, so Kenny Lofton is going to be still at a 30. So we need a 56 or less. And it's a 62. He gets thrown out. Lance Parrish guns him down. Let's see. It's going to be 2 to 6. Lance Parrish gets him. Omar Vizquel with a 0. And a 42 is a double. Good thing he threw him out because that would have been a run on the Vizquel double. Baerga with the 24, and he flies out to center field. So there's 2 down, and here brings up Albert Bell. 41, a 24. Pops out to short. Bell pops it up. Alan Trammell there makes the catch. And nothing for Cleveland. Bottom of 1. And Lou Whitaker, he strikes out. A 56 is a 13. Good start for Hershiser. Alan Trammell, 43, is a 29. Hershiser does not have an X. So a 29 is going to be a ground ball back to Hershiser, and he flips it to Sorrento for the out. There's Kirk Gibson, a 41 to a 28. He grounds out to short. So 3 up, 3 down go the Tigers in the first. 0-0. There's Eddie Murray. 14, he flies out to left. Jim Thome, 35, and he walks. So 1 on, 1 out. Here's Manny, 31. 9, runner on first. C pitcher, though, is a ground ball to third, runner to second. So slow roller to Howard Johnson. Comes charging in, picks it up, throws to first, Thome to second. And 2 down now. 41. It's a 24. It's going to be a pop out to short. Pops it up to Trammell. That'll end it for Cleveland. Bottom of 2. Lance Parrish, one of the hottest hitters in the league, 56, 34. 34 is gonna be a strikeout, I believe. Y is a strikeout. Hershiser gets the best of him on that one. There's Darrell Evans, a 16, 28. He grounds out to short. Omar Vizquel there making the play. 65 on Bergman. 35. He fouls out to the catcher, Alomar. 3 up, 3 down. Moved to the top of the third. Sandy Alomar leading off. 25. That's going to be a single off Wilcox, the C pitcher. It's going to bring up Kenny Lofton. He's going to hit and run. 55. That's an 8. Hit and run. Single right runner to third. Let's see, against a grade A. Well, it's not a C pitcher. Not against a C pitcher, so it's a single right runner to third. S is out at third. Is Alomar an S? He is not. So single. The hit and run works. First and third, nobody out. And Omar Vizquel, Kenny Lofton again can try to steal. He's a 30, 56 or less. He's a B stealer. And he can steal when they're tied, and they are tied, so he's going to try to steal second. And he does so rather easily. So second and third, Vizquel, the batter. 43. Infield is playing back. 43. A 29. Fielding 1. 29. Out of first, runners hold. Grounds it back to Hershiser, or Wilcox. Grounds it back to Wilcox, and he goes to first. Runners have to hold. Brings up Baerga. They're still playing back. 24, 31. Flies out to center, and the runners have to hold. It was not deep enough. So Wilcox escaping danger here so far, but Albert Bell up. And it's a 55, and that is a 0 on Albert Bell's card, Mr. Freeze. So probably 2 runs going to score for sure. 23 is a 6. That's a double. Clears the bases for big Albert Bell as he comes through. A 2-run double. And it's 2-0 Cleveland. Bell at second with 2 down. 46. Eddie Murray strikes out. But 2 runs for the Indians. Bottom of 3. And Chet Lemon leading off. A 23 is a 12. It's going to be a ground out to third. What'd I do? Did I give somebody 4 outs? Am I going to play with three outs or 4 outs? Did I do that again? I don't think so, did I? Nope. Are you talking about the game the other night? Yeah. It didn't affect the game, though, and it was after everything was over, so no biggie. Here's Herndon. 33 is a 0. And a 31. That's going to be a triple. Triple for Herndon. 1 out triple. Here's Howard Johnson. 16 to 28. And they're playing back. Fielding 2, 28. Out of first runner scores. Actually, it's on the shortstop, so it's a 28. It's going to be fielding 1. Still the same, though. It's a ground out to short. Let the run score. And it's 2-1 Cleveland. And Lou Whitaker with a 0. Nobody on, though. 56, that's a double for Sweet Lou. And here's Alan Trammell with 2 down. 25 is an 8. Against a B pitcher, runner on second. Out of first, grounds it back to Hershiser. So that will end the inning. Detroit picks up 1, though. 2-1. 2-1 Cleveland. Top of 4. Yeah, I definitely want you guys to keep me on top of my game. Don't let me screw up. Jim Thome with trouble. 41. Only gets a single out of it. There's Manny Ramirez. 36, 14. That will be a walk. Wilcox does not have a Z. No need in looking at that. First and second now, nobody out. Here come the Indians. 46, but Sorrento strikes out. 1 out. Alomar, 13 is a 22. First and second. First on an error. Error on Wilcox. Error on Wilcox. Loads him up. Top of the order. Kenny Lofton. He's 2 for 2. Stolen base. Scored a run. Got thrown out stealing in the first. 23 is a 12. Bases loaded. They're playing back. I see batter out at first. Runner out at second. It's a double play. It's a 6-4-3. Kenny Lofton hits into the 6-4-3 inning ender. Just what Detroit needed. They get out of it with nothing. So bottom of 4, here's Kirk Gibson. And a 15, that's an 11. So a definite single. Kirk Gibson is a D stealer. Only with 1 or 2 out and behind by 1, tied or ahead by 1 run. Only with 1 or 2 out. There is nobody out, so he will not be stealing. Lance Parrish. Going to hit away. 23 is a 12, and that's a double play. So 4-6-3. Double play. Darrell Evans, a 13, and he walks. 2 out walk. Brings up Dave Bergman. And he gets a 52 to 27. And that will be a fielder's choice, but we will call it... Yeah, we'll call it, let's see, 27. It's a 5-4. 5-4 there, and then fielder's choice. And nothing for Detroit. Top of 5. Vizquel to lead it off for the Indians, leading 2-1. 54, he flies out to right field. Kirk Gibson out there. 33, Baerga with a 0. Let me get that in there. And a 65, that's an 11. Single, and he is an F stealer. Most likely not going to be stealing with only with 2 out and behind by 1 run or tied. So only with 2 out. There's only 1 out, so he's not stealing. Brings up Albert Bell. 44, Albert Bell. Another 0. 34, 6. Baerga is not slow, so a 6. Runner to third. F scores. He is not an F. He's not slow, so. Second and third. Albert Bell, second double of the game. And 1 out. Here's Eddie Murray. 13's a 14. That'll be a walk. Another chance for the Indians here to open things up. And the Tigers are getting the bullpen going. It's going to be Doug Bear in the bullpen. Bases loaded. Jim Thome, 1 out. 45. That's going to be a walk. Wilcox does not have a Z. He walks in a run. Thome with the easy RBI there. So bases still loaded. Manny Ramirez. And a 41. 41's a 24. Bases loaded, 24. Playing deep. It's going to be a double play. 6-4-3. So Ramirez hits into the inning double play. 6-4-3. Cleveland gets a run, though. Could have been a lot worse there. Wilcox gets the double play. So 3-1 now, Cleveland. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Chet Lemon leading off. 15 is an 8. That's going to be a fly out to center field. Kenny Lofton making the grab. Here's Larry Herndon at 56, and he strikes out. Hershiser gets him. Brings up Hojo. And 64 is another 13. So Hershiser ends the inning with back-to-back Ks. We'll move to the top of the 6th. Still 3-1 Cleveland. Doug Bear is ready to go if needed. 16 for Sorrento, 28. Grounds out to short. Alan Trammell there, easy play. And Alomar with a 25. That will be a single. 1 on, 1 out. And Kenny Lofton is going to hit and run. 36-33. 33 is double play line drive. 5-5-3. Line drive, hits it on the screws, but Alomar gets doubled off. And another double play for Wilcox and the Tigers. So bottom of 6, top of the order, Lou Whitaker. And Lou with a 0. Can he get a hold of it? A 3. 51's a 3. That'll be a triple. Leadoff triple for Lou Whitaker. Brings up Alan Trammell, 36-14. 14 is a walk. And Cleveland's getting their bullpen going. They've got Julian Tavares. Yep, Tavares in the bullpen. First and third, nobody out. Here's Kirk Gibson. Big opportunity here for Detroit to get back in the ball game. 43 is a 29, first and third. Out of first, runner to second. Other runner holds. Back to the pitcher. Hits it back to Hershiser. And his only play is to first. Second and third. And Lance Parrish, he's 0 for 2. The batter, they're going to go ahead and pitch to him. 31's a 9. 9 and a B pitcher. Single over short, 1 scores, other to second. My bad, second and third. He flies out. That was a 9. He flies out. Runners advance 1 base. So it's a sac fly for Parrish. Both runners advance. It was a sacrifice fly to right field. So runner on third, 2 down, and here's Darrell Evans. 25's a 9. And he singles, and runner scores, and he's out trying for second, though. So Detroit comes back. They tie it up. And he is out trying for second. It's a 7-6 put out. 2 runs, ties it up. New ball game. New ball game for Wilcox. He's back in it. They are going to stick with him. This is the... Actually, yeah. Both of them is the 6th inning, fatigue inning. So Wilcox made it, and then Hershiser actually right there, he just turned to a D pitcher, so he will be coming out. Wilcox is going to try to go one more. 44 is a 9. And he pops out to third. There's Carlos Baerga. 53 is a 19. And a 19's first on an error. Error on Howard Johnson. E5. Here's Albert Bell, Mr. Dangerous, Mr. Freeze. 2 for 3, 2 doubles. 43 is a 29, though. That's... Why is a strikeout? He actually strikes out. Wilcox gets him. 2 down. And Eddie Murray, 25's an 8. Single runner to third. So first and third, they're going to have to go to going to Doug Bear. Actually, they take that back, and they're going with Lopez. Aurelio Lopez. He was in the bullpen. I just didn't see him. He was in there. He is a B reliever with an X. All right, so first and third, 2 down. There's Jim Thome. And 24, Lopez strikes him out. First time Thome's been retired today. He is 1 for 2 with 2 walks and a single. So bottom of 7, Julian Tavares will come in for the Indians. Tavares, he's an A with an X and a Z. He's got Dave Bergman to lead it off. And a 44, that's an 8. That's going to be a pop out to Jim Thome. There's Chet Lemon. 51's a 9. A ground out to short. Omar Vizquel. Larry Herndon, a 61's a 40. Foul ball. And a 44, there's a single for Herndon. 2-out single. Brings up Howard Johnson. 52 is a 27. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. 27, he strikes out. So that ends it. Top of the 8th we go. Manny Ramirez to lead it off against Aurelio Lopez, and he gets an 11, a 0, and a 42 is a 5. I think that'll be a double. It's a double for Ramirez. And Cleveland has the bullpen going. Again, Doug Bear actually, and Doug Bear's back up. So leadoff double. Here's Paul Sorrento. 23 is a 12. And he strikes out. So 1 out. Here's Sandy Alomar. 25. That's an 8. 8 against the B pitcher out at first. Runner to third. He grounds it back to Lopez. Only plays to first. Ramirez goes to third. So 2 down. Ramirez at third. Kenny Lofton the batter. 36, 33. That's going to end it. Y doesn't have a Y, so it's a fly out to center field. That ends the 8th. Bottom of 8. Tavares back out on the hill. And Lou Whitaker with a 7. 44 is a 7. That's a single. So he leads off with a single. He's an E stealer. Not much of a stealer. Alan Trammell. He's going to bunt. 45 with 14. 14 base on balls, but Tavares has a Z, so it's 2 balls. He gets to try it again. 53 is a 19. That's probably going to be a weird one. Out of first, runner to second. Out at first, runner to second. So a good sacrifice for Trammell. It was back to the pitcher, so it was 1-3. It's a sack though, sack bunt. So 1 out, and here's Kirk Gibson with Lou Whitaker at second. And almost a 66, but a 65-35. He fouls out to Jim Thome. So 2 down. Lance Parrish, he's 0 for 2 with a sac fly. And Lance Parrish with a 5. That is gone. Home run. He adds to his home run total. I think he has, that might make 4. And Lance Parrish puts the Tigers up by 2. He gets his second and third RBI. So 2 down, bases clear. Tavares, 1 more hit or walk, he'll have to come out. Might as well try to get out of the inning. 35, and he walks Darrell Evans. Way to go. Here's Dave Bergman. 16-28. That will end it. Rounds out to short. 2 huge runs for the Tigers as they look to go to 3-0. They now are up 5-3 in the 9th. And obviously Willie Hernandez was up. Once again, I can't see now in that Detroit bullpen very well, but Hernandez up. He's coming in to try to save this game. And he's got the 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Indians. Vizquel, 55, that's a 9, but an A pitcher will be a ground out to Alan Trammell. Routine grounder. Carlos Baerga, 21's a 30, flies out to left field. Herndon. Down to their final out, it's Mr. Albert Bell. Mr. Freeze, says right there. Can he keep it going? He does. A home run for Albert Bell. That's at least 3 for him on the year. And this is only their second game. 3 RBIs on the day for Bell. He's 3 for 5. 2 doubles, a home run, and it is now a 1-run game. And the Indians aren't done yet. They got Eddie Murray. But a 52-27, that will be a strikeout. Willie Hernandez comes back and strikes out Murray to end it. Nice game, though. 5-4. Detroit, tough game. Hits for the Indians. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hits for the Indians. Errors? I don't think so. 1 error for Detroit. Hits for Detroit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits. So Detroit a little more productive with their hits. They moved to 3-0. Cleveland drops to 1-1. Detroit is off and running. Let's see, winner was Lopez. Right, save Hernandez. Loser was Tavares. If I'm not mistaken, Tavares. All right, yeah, that was a great game. Good to see you joining me, Jerry. Appreciate that. Poor Tiger Stadium, the ghosts remain. Don't call me Joey Bell, that's right. Tony, hey man, how's it going? I haven't seen you around in a while. Thank you for joining me. Yep, Albert Bell, man, he's one of my favorite players of all time. He's a scary, scary player in ABBA. Every time he comes up, you just feel like something's going to happen, something crazy. He's like a magnet to the doubles for some reason. The 95 Indians, I love the 95 Indians because they're just so loaded with power. You know, I mean, just any guy, almost any guy can hit one out. So that's always fun playing with teams like that. Yep, you do. You do, Tony. Get back on there, do some stuff. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate everybody tuning in. That's going to end it for tonight. Got to go watch a little K-State, Texas A&M, I guess. Feel obligated. So, next game up is going to be the 7-10 86 Mets and the 99 Arizona Diamondbacks. Probably have that tomorrow night. If all works out well, then I'll have that game tomorrow night. So, till then, you guys take care. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. It's always fun when you have a lot of people watching. So, till next time, hey, Dave S., appreciate you. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow night if it all works out. Take care. God bless.